Every business knows that true success comes from strong connections built and established over time. Whether it's a connection between you and your business partners or your company and your consumers. At Eastern Communications, we believe in a strong and personal connection. In prioritizing both our high-tech and our high-touch solutions, we bring back the human connection in the ever-expanding industry of information and communications technology. In doing so, we've amassed a wide array of various solutions designed to not only improve our clients' businesses, but to also create seamless experiences for their own customers. This is why customized solutions and strong connections matter so much to us. Keep your company files safe and secure through data centers and cloud services that allow easy access for your employees and are scalable to match the needs of your business. We understand just how important proper collaboration and communication are to the success of a business, which is why we can offer your company the proper tools needed to enhance collaboration efficiency, all while maintaining an agile and flexible network that is scalable to the size of your company. These collaboration tools are key to developing your business's continuity and are easily accessible at any time and from any device, all while maintaining the security your company needs. Speaking of security, no matter what stage of a cyber attack you are in, Eastern Communications will always ensure that your company is prepared with the help of the Cyber Defense Suite. From before the attack happens, during the time it's in progress, and even after it begins to damage systems and steal information, Eastern Communications is equipped with products and services for every phase. Eastern also provides relevant managed services that suit your company's needs. That way, you can better focus on running your business and leave the technical aspect up to us. Of course, every business needs reliable connectivity in order to maintain its day-to-day processes. Our world-class data services ensure the smoothest flow of data and information for your company. Together, we can help you create personalized networks that are well-suited for your company's specific needs, containing all of the benefits with none of the hassle. If it's internet you need, Eastern Communications Internet Services can provide your company with fast connections and high bandwidth availabilities. This way, you have access to flexible speeds and stronger connections to the internet. Lastly, we want to help you establish your own strong connections with your company's partners and customers. Eastern's voice services offers seamless solutions for your customer service needs and easily connects you to your customers. These are only some of the many solutions and services that Eastern Communications has established over the years for our many partners. And while we still have a long way to go, you can be sure that Eastern Communications will continue to be your partner and take you from where you are now to where you want to go. Together, we can all finish strong for our tomorrow. These days, a lot of companies are changing their business model and shifting to digital in order to keep up with the new normal. With this shift comes a new dynamic threat landscape that some companies aren't equipped to handle. Companies need a strong defense system in place in order to keep confidential files and data safe. The proper defense against these threats requires control across all phases of a cyber attack. From before the attack happens, during the time it's in progress, and even after it begins to damage systems and steal information. This is why Eastern Communications has ideal high-tech and high-touch products designed for every stage of the attack continuum, ensuring that your company has only the best in cybersecurity. Before an attack even takes place, your company needs products that discover cyber threats, enforce a strong defense system, and harden that protection so that the threats don't break through. First, secure a next-generation firewall. This will filter network traffic to protect an organization from external threats. They also possess deeper inspection capabilities that give them a superior ability to identify attacks, malware, and other threats. Eastern's next-gen firewall continually evolves. Not only does it block malware, but it also includes paths for future updates, ensuring it is flexible enough to evolve with the landscape and keep the network secure as new threats arise. It is also equipped with a virtual private network, so that your employees can securely send and receive data in the company network. Now let's take a look at the solutions that can come into play during the time a cyber attack is in progress. Distributed denial of service is a specific type of cyber attack that disrupts normal traffic to targeted critical business applications and services, leading to angry customers and potential brand damage. Eastern's DDoS protection is capable of mitigating any type of attack on any website and is fully managed by a responsive, round-the-clock operations team, ensuring every real web visitor is never denied service. Another product is a web application firewall which can help defend your company from malicious web traffic. Unlike regular firewalls, a WAF filters the content of specific web applications to catch harmful web traffic that other security measures might miss. Lastly, we have endpoint security solutions. During a cyber attack, these protect end-user devices such as company laptops, desktops, and mobile devices from being exploited by malware or other kinds of cybersecurity threats. Finally, to ensure maximum protection, let's look into the solutions your company needs after a cyber attack has begun damaging your network or stealing your information. First, you will require a managed security operations center, which provides 24/7 security monitoring as well as access to a shared team of fully trained cybersecurity professionals. To round off your company's impenetrable defenses, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing are crucial. These are security testing services your company can benefit from after a cyber attack. These testing systems focus on identifying vulnerabilities in your company's server and network infrastructure. Afterwards, it gives your organization a detailed view of potential threats, enabling your company to adapt and better prepare your defenses for future attacks. As your company makes the transition to more and more digital services and protocols, take that extra measure to protect your organization from outside threats. It's important to keep your company's network and data secure through every phase of a cyber attack. In the new normal of business in the digital landscape, let Eastern Communications provide your company with the cybersecurity it needs to stay safe and have a strong tomorrow. Emergency situations and global crises has had a profound influence on how people live and work, with many employers adapting remote work arrangements. Aside from a stable internet connection and the right productivity tools, companies and employees must ensure that their devices and data can be securely accessed, as if they were still in the office. Which is why Eastern Communications presents the Eastern Teleworker Gateway. Eastern Teleworker Gateway is an enterprise-class firewall, virtual private network gateway, and router. Each model is designed to securely extend cloud-managed networking for employees, IT staff, and executives working remotely. It allows administrators to deploy network services including voice over internet protocol and remote endpoints with automatic zero-touch provisioning. Additionally, it provides wired and wireless access and increases end-user productivity, creating a secure and worry-free internet connection for your employees. Eastern Teleworker Gateway makes it easy to extend your company's corporate local area network to remote sites across the country, without requiring your employees and devices to install VPN software. Eastern Teleworker Gateway also enables traffic shaping, allowing you to regulate network data transfer, ensuring important applications and traffic are prioritized. So what does this mean for your employees and staff who are working remotely? It's easy to set up. Creating a new remote site is as simple as adding a remote network in your company's user dashboard. Once you've keyed in the access points and SSIDs of your employees, everyone automatically has access to your company's secure network. Eastern Teleworker Gateway also provides secure access to your company's main network from anywhere, with remote access points automatically establishing a secure connection to the company head office. This allows effective forklifting of your office to your employees' homes. It lets your company stay connected with voice and data by granting administrators the capability to monitor and manage the entire remote office infrastructure through a private company telephone network. Finally, with centralized management, problems can be diagnosed remotely using built-in real-time diagnostic tools. Even small-scale IT staff can be empowered to manage large distributed networks via the internet from anywhere. Eastern Teleworker Gateway is the ideal solution for teleworkers based at home, small branch offices, temporary sites like events and conferences, and your employees in the field. This ensures that your employees and executives have the same in-office network experience while working remotely. This is just one of many solutions that Eastern Communications can provide your company in order to maintain your strong connection, not just for your customers but for your employees as well. With Eastern Teleworker Gateway, we can help your company move towards our strong tomorrow.
A pleasant afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As we build a stronger business, Eastern Communications is here to ask you, are you ready to explore limitless opportunities and make a fearless transformation?
The past year was difficult for our country, its people, and the businesses we've built to keep ourselves afloat. Even now, local enterprises all over the country are still struggling to bounce back and recover what they've lost while still dealing with the ever-present challenges caused by the pandemic's persistence. Challenges like acquiring new clients, meeting the needs of their current customer base, holding physical meetings, communicating with colleagues in different parts of the country, or even manufacturing, sourcing, and delivering their products and services. The truth is, many businesses are unsure of how to keep up with the digital capabilities of other companies who are able to thrive because they can adapt their brick-and-mortar businesses to online platforms or create e-commerce spaces where they can still offer their services at the tap of a finger or a click of the button. In order to bounce back, it's crucial to transition to the digital space. We need a strong connection to a digital solutions provider that can help us take that fearless step forward. How can we adjust to the now normal? Where can we find the digital lifeline needed to give every business an equal footing in this new era of online spaces and technological solutions? As we continue to fearlessly transform and innovate, we must never lose sight of what makes our connections strong. Let Eastern Communications be that very digital lifeline for your company. In the past and up until today, Eastern's strong connections have been helping bridge the gap and empower businesses to upgrade their services in order to better serve their clients' evolving needs. Through our wide variety of high-tech products and solutions, your company can also adapt to the now normal. Which is why, during this difficult time, we want to remind you that you aren't alone. Together with Eastern Communications, let us open new doors and create wider avenues in the digital space. Together, we can all innovate and improve in order to fearlessly move forward and stride strong into a new digital frontier.
Oh goodness, I made the rookie mistake. I didn't unmute. Let me try that again. Hello everybody, good afternoon, and welcome once again to Eastern E-Huddle Limitless Opportunities Series. My name is Carla Barreto, and I'm your host and moderator for this program. So if you've never joined us before, an extra special welcome to you. We are so glad all of you are here. Now, don't be shy, guys. You can say hello in the chat and let us know that you're tuned in. Now, I'm sure everyone is very excited to listen to today's lineup. Really exciting lineup we've got today, and we just can't wait to get to that, really. And these last couple of weeks have been really, really insightful. A lot of great take-home learnings for everyone, and I think today is going to be just the same. So let's not keep you guys waiting anymore, shall we? Let's hop to it with our welcoming message. And so here to welcome us today is Eastern Communications Head of Sales, Mr. Michael Castañeda.
Always a pleasure to see you, Carla. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I would like to thank you all for being here today. We truly appreciate your continued support for the E-Huddle series. And we are happy to know that you are able to learn from our webinars. You always inspire us to bring better content and even more excellent service. I am also reminded that change is inevitable. But with constant and consistent learning, we can always navigate and rise above every challenges. So let's get on with the program. I welcome you all to the third run of the Eastern E-Huddle Limitless Opportunities Series, and hope you all have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Mike Castaneda. Always a good point there that he has for us, especially this time where he says that, it's very true. Change is constant, and that's why we got to keep on learning, and that's why we're here today. So let's get to all the learning, shall we? So before we move on to our keynote speaker of the day, we actually have another very special welcoming message from our guest today. Now, this person will give us a brief message, like I said, and the organization that he belongs to has been helping hoteliers in their decision-making process when it comes to IT infrastructure. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Hoteliers Information Technology Association of the Philippines, also known as HITAP, let's welcome Mr. Rafael Zacarias.
Hi, good afternoon. Happy to be connected with you again. And thank you, Eastern, for and then again, you are the a resilient partner of HITAP in times of you know uh, in times of trouble and in times of happy times. You're still there. Okay. By the way, medyo natagal na kami din nag-meet ng mga officers ko and my members. You know what happened to our industry. We are capable of to make our infrastructure is resilient, but they cannot on the customer side we cannot do it. So on our side, IT we can, but with the help of Eastern, of course, nandiyan sila palagi, lagi sila sa atin, nakaalalay sa high top. Ang pagkahanap si secretary ngayon natin, ang magiging guest natin ngayon. So I think si secretary, we all know na untiring yan relentless, tsaka parang hindi nagpapati siya. So we want to hear from our secretary kung ano yung plano sa atin, pati yung plano ni Eastern sa high top. I'm very happy na nakapag-connect tayo ngayon, even though bago mag-ECQ, naka-connect tayo. Anyway, I don't know kung kailan mababalik ang sigla ng industry. So thank you very much. I'm hoping for the best. And keep on holding, my high tops. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that message, Sir Rafi. And of course, we're so glad to have, HITAP here tuned in, and you, of course. Now, I think we're ready to listen to some presentations, shall we? Let's get the learning started this afternoon. Let's start with our keynote speaker. Now, our keynote speaker was a former lecturer at the UP School of Economics from 1994 to 2006. She also served as an economic consultant at the Housing and Urban Development Coordination Council from 2001 to 2002, and the Presidential Management Staff from 2005 to 2006, and was Deputy Cabinet Secretary at the Office of the President in 2006. She was appointed as Undersecretary at the Department of Agriculture from 2007 to 2018, where she was designated to handle special concerns, administration and finance, and agribusiness and marketing. On May 14th of 2018, she assumed office as the Secretary of the Department of Tourism. Let's all give a warm welcome to Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat.
Officers and members of Eastern Communications, members of the Hotelier Information Technology Association of the Philippines. Good day to everyone. I'd like to thank Eastern Communications for the invitation to participate in this E-Huddle edition and for the support that this webinar gives to the tourism industry by inspiring professionals to handle the challenges of the pandemic smarter and better. Today, I will share with you the current state of the tourism industry, the plans and programs we have put in place for recovery, our outlook for 2021, and the emerging trends in relation to the hospitality industry. Without a doubt, the Philippine tourism industry was greatly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. In the year 2020, the closing of international borders, domestic travel restrictions, and quarantine measures put an abrupt halt to the tourism value chain. At the onset of the pandemic, the Department of Tourism crafted the Tourism Response and Recovery Plan, or the TRRP, as our master plan in navigating the tourism industry under the global pandemic. The TRRP identifies domestic tourism as the primary driver for tourism recovery. And in the past year, the DOT, along with other national government agencies and local government units, have been focusing on the gradual and safe resumption of domestic tourism in various circuits. Worldwide, the shift towards the domestic traveler market has also been the main focus of most tourism ministries for the time being. This move, however, carefully planned and calculated, inevitably met roadblocks along the way. While we have safely reopened several tourism circuits in the country over the past year, we are constantly faced with various challenges brought about by the evolving health crisis and spikes in infection rates caused by new variants of the virus. Currently, we are faced with stricter quarantine measures for the next 3 weeks due to the more transmissible Delta variant. While this poses yet another threat to the operations of the tourism industry in areas where we have successfully reopened, we recognize that health and safety of the people must come first. Over the past months, we have successfully reopened interregional and intra-regional tourism circuits in support of the pivot towards domestic tourism. Prior to the reopening of destinations, validation trips and site inspections are conducted with the intent of properly launching these circuits. Our primary focus is for tourism products within these circuits to be resilient, inclusive, innovative, sustainable, and engaging, and that health and safety protocols are in place to avert the risk of community transmission. In order to restore traveler confidence, we are working closely, or we are actually an active member of the IATF, other national government agencies, the various LGUs, and the private sector to ensure that the minimum health and safety protocols are met, if not exceeded. We are also vaccinating our tourism frontliners classified under the A1 group. These are the ones working in quarantine hotels and isolation facilities, with the rest of the tourism workforce under A4. Aside from the implementation of the DOT's plans and programs for 2021, we are also creating new tourism products that cater to the evolving preferences of our domestic tourists. In a travel survey we conducted with the Asian Institute of Management, Dr. Andrew L. Tan Center for Tourism, and Guide to the Philippines, one of the key implications is that traveler preferences have significantly evolved due to the pandemic. Travelers' preferred activities now comprise of outdoor activities like going to the beach, hiking, and biking, with staycations coming in next. There is an emerging preference for the outdoors and well-ventilated areas over confined spaces or facilities. Combining the traveler preferences for staycations and flexible work arrangements, we are also developing wellness workcation programs as one of our new tourism products. Wellness workation is a tourism product that aims to achieve a balance between being able to work remotely and at the same time achieving a healthy state of mind and well-being. The setting is either in a wellness resort or a destination where health and wellness activities and services are available. The program entails a minimum of 6 room night stay in a hotel or resort and can even extend to a month or even longer based on the work setup of the guest. The major requirements are a stable internet connection, an existing spa or wellness resort in the area, availability of wellness-related activities, and accommodation establishments. Initial destinations for the wellness workation program are Boracay, Tagaytay, and Batangas. Aside from staycations, accommodation establishments may also build up their restaurant and other food and beverage outlets by expanding offerings and highlighting dining as an experience on its own. This can include promoting alfresco dining and tweaking spaces to facilitate easy flow of guests with health and safety as the topmost priority. We are also keen on showcasing locally sourced produce and building partnerships with surrounding local communities. Offering various food tourism experiences may give guests the opportunity to enjoy a genuine taste of various destinations, to enrich and enliven staycation packages in various accommodation facilities. Despite the threat of the Delta variant on the tourism industry, we still remain hopeful that the tourism industry will continue a steady trajectory for the remainder of 2021. This is because the majority of the domestic market are looking forward to traveling once again, and many have already begun traveling. With the Philippines' strong domestic tourism base, we remain confident about the prospects of tourism, even with the challenges posed by the pandemic. We shall continue to carefully implement the plans, activities, and programs outlined in the Tourism Response and Recovery Plan, while observing the prevailing pronouncements of the national government on the minimum health and safety protocols. Once more, thank you to Eastern Communications for inviting me to speak at your webinar. The tourism industry is indeed one that offers limitless opportunities, even now, and especially now. The DOT is counting on the cooperation and collaboration of the public and private sector to develop innovative programs and solutions that will mitigate the effects of the pandemic, boost tourism recovery, and build a more resilient and sustainable tourism industry for the future. Thank you once again for inviting me. Please stay safe. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Thank you so much, Secretary Puyat, for taking the time out of what I'm sure is a very busy schedule to give us its presentation and to fill us in on where we're at. I think if there's anything that that I can personally share about travel in the Philippines is that the Filipino loves to travel, and as very much attached to that is that the Filipino also loves to make people feel at home here in our country. And so it's really good to see what's being done, what projects are in motion to make sure that this sector is kept alive and kept even led into thriving even in this time. So again, thank you so much, Secretary Bernadette Puyat, for that presentation. Now everyone, I just want to remind you all who are tuned in right now that if you have any questions for our speakers today, please do not be shy. We have that chat box right beside this screen or anywhere on your screen. I'm not sure if it's to my left or my right, but you can please feel free to send those questions in because we will be having a Q&A portion happening a little bit later. But first, we do have a couple more presentations to listen to. Like I said, it's a day of learning today. So let's hop to it. Let's hop right into it. Keep that ball rolling with our partner speaker. So our partner speaker for the day is a strategic leader for the Azura business in the Philippines, covering both the intelligent cloud apps and infra, data and AI solution areas with an end-to-end accountability for the Azura business, including strategy, planning, execution, advocacy, governance, learning, and go-to-market plans for the subsidiary. She has been in the telco and IT industry for 13 years and led a team that manages conglomerates and gaming companies and had been an advocate of cloud and digital transformation. Let's welcome our partner speaker, Azura Business Group Lead at Microsoft Philippines, Ms. Barbara Ann Garcia.
Thank you, Carla, for that introduction. So good afternoon, everyone. I am excited to be here today to share with you how companies have adopted and embraced digital transformation during these trying times. During this current global economic climate and time of uncertainty, the biggest learning is that no business is immune to crisis and no organization is 100% resilient. But it also taught us that the digital businesses and those fortified with some digital capabilities have been able to pivot more rapidly and respond to their customers' needs. Resilience is ability to adapt quickly to changing conditions and has become the hallmark for success in today's environment. Organizations that have already embarked on their transformation journey are seeing the benefits. With cloud-enabled technologies, they have access to on-demand tools and the capacity tailored to their needs. With scalability and speed of implementation, they're seeing increased cost savings. And of course, with efficient, agile, and self-sufficient tools, their employees are staying productive across the entire organization. We call this tech intensity. And every organization in every industry will increasingly need to embrace it in order to be successful and grow. These organizations have been able to quickly respond as this crisis has impacted their industries. They have a solid foundations for recovery, and they're already starting to reimagine what the future may bring. Actually, every industry is facing a transformational change right now. And for many organizations, how they've defined success yesterday is not how they're defining it today. This is an exceptional moment in history. And over the past several months, we have all been put to the test. Recent times have shown us that having a greater purpose is critical for an organization to persevere and then reimagine the future for the world around them. A strong sense of purpose can keep an organization moving forward, and even in the midst of disruption and constant change. As people, as teams, and as an ecosystem, we are all working hard than ever before on an already relentless baseline. The word purpose has become even more meaningful. What do we offer to each other, to our communities, and to the world around us? How are we making a difference in the world? Even as every industry is being reshaped, every successful company will contemplate its purpose. Purpose-driven digital aligns technology innovation with an organization's capabilities to drive business and social outcomes. Purpose is what fuels us, all human beings. This means lasting and prevailing business outcomes will be purpose-driven. But if one thing is certain, it is that the technology is at the center of how these companies look at surviving and thriving in this world. As we've continued to partner with organizations in every industry over the past few months, it's clear that the need to transform is only accelerating, and organizations who haven't already invested in digital transformation are working to catch up. This is Team Rubicon. For those who don't know who Team Rubicon is, they've grown to become one of the largest disaster response and recovery NGOs in the United States. Team Rubicon has dual mission: supporting families in need in time of disaster and providing a new mission to military veterans. Critical to their mission is effectively leveraging their amazing volunteers, and we partnered with them to leverage our dynamics for nonprofit platform to help them take how they're managing volunteers to the next level. But now more than ever, organizations are seeing the need for higher calling, a purpose that animates their organization and guides their transformation journey. It's clear all the technology we've discussed here today must enable that purpose. Digital transformation isn't an end in itself. Each step on the journey unlocks new level of resilience, putting organizations in a position to recover from this crisis and come back stronger. The first element is vision and strategy. Vision is perhaps the most important. It's what directs organization toward a single North Star. Now more than ever, it's the time to rethink your vision. It's no longer how do you return to normal, but how do you rethink what is possible and become more resilient for a changed world. So second is culture. You need this to support your strategy and vision, as well as enable and empower your people during these turbulent times and significant change. We see that organizations are best to go through a transformation when the people inside it are unified and working with shared values and ideas. This company has a culture that keeps their team connected and an organizational mindset rooted in flexibility and openness. openness to new ideas, processes, and technologies. That's what that's what it takes to build a resilient environment. We notice that organizations whose culture accepts the diversity of personalities, abilities, ideas, and approaches required to drive an organization forward are those that do best with transformation. That's certainly been the case with us and is so important to have it in times of uncertainty. When Me and the Bees Lemonade opened its doors, founder and CEO Michaela Ulmer was a 4-year-old steering batches of her honey sweetened product over the kitchen stove. As both Michaela and her company matured, they needed a solution that could bring its team of employees and outside collaborators together. They had used Microsoft Teams. The company has enhanced collaboration, sped innovation, and developed an operational strategy that enables it to compete with bigger rivals. Michaela herself has appeared on Shark Tank, founded the Bee Saving Healthy Hive Foundation, and regularly leads talks on social entrepreneurship, culture, and collaboration, fostered by Microsoft 365 products are key to the success of Me and the Bees Lemonade. Third, we see that organizations who can uncover their unique potential are able to respond and adapt today more easily. Every organization has a set of unique assets or what they've traditionally called a core competency. The art here is find a specific differentiator, a pivot point that can unlock potential in a different way. For instance, what have you relied on as your core business that could continue to function during this time? And what has changed that you're going to keep doing tomorrow? For example, using the insights from remote work data to inform the way your team works in the future or to adjust future tasks and process more efficiently. We have seen so many companies rely or discover their unique potential during these trying times. They have reimagined their organization, leveraging their unique potential. Walgreens is one of the largest pharmacy store chains in the US. Several years back, they went through a significant retail expansion to grow their physical stores. Rapid changes in the retail industry and shifts in the customer behavior could have turned this real estate into a massive liability. With 9,000 plus store locations in the US, there is a Walgreens within 5 miles of almost every American. Walgreens had the unique potential to transform from just a retail store to a retail healthcare provider that offered unmatched access. So instead of looking at their physical store as a liability, they considered the opportunity density. And density became Walgreens' greatest success. And then fourth, we see organizations that do best are thinking about and continually developing a wide range of capabilities. Chateau Michel Wine Estate has had to prioritize the safety and well-being of their employees and customers due to the COVID-19 pandemic. They have taken numerous precautions to minimize risk and have had to transform their business processes to serve their customers during these trying times. The company has embraced Microsoft Dynamics 365 commerce to unite its data, gain valuable insights, and in a non-intrusive manner, and easily deliver personalized omni-channel customer-facing customer-centric journeys across its brands. This include enabling contactless selling through call center and e-commerce. With the lockdown impacting sales operations, Chateau Michel transitioned from direct to consumer sales being done face-to-face through wineries to remote selling with e-commerce which accounted for 90% of recent sales. They were able to change their distribution model within hours to adapt to the changing customer and business needs. So again, vision, strategy, culture, and unique capabilities. This is where Microsoft can offer unique value as a partner. helping you strengthen digital footprint, specifically the technology you leverage to power your transformation. Your digital capabilities are key to unblocking the common technology barriers that many organizations face. Interestingly, the root cause of most of these barriers is also the potential solution: data. Data is generated by virtually limitless sources, and the pace of data growth is only increasing. IDC estimates that by 2025, the world's data will grow to 175 trillion gigabytes. To put that in context, imagine putting that much of data into Blu-ray discs. You've had a stack of discs that could get you to the moon and back 23 times. That is also a 9% increase over the same prediction a year ago. When it comes to generating data, we're outpacing even our own expectations. With all the data changing, or with all this data, the challenging organization faces not just how to deal with the volume, it's also finding ways to generate new customer value, leveraging the data. That's how organizations become industry leaders. So the question we ask ourselves: how do we free organizations from the data silos that plague them? To answer that, we have taken this idea of tech intensity and applied it to the concept of a digital feedback loop. With data and intelligence at the core, this is how organizations unlock new value for their customers. For them to be successful, organizations need needs the capability to digitally connect every facet of their business, from their customers to their employees, their operations to products. The Microsoft Cloud is designed to address that need. It consists of Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, LinkedIn, GitHub, and Microsoft Azure, brought together with the Power Platform to help customers break through these friction points on their digital transformation journey. It is a comprehensive offering of connected industry-leading clouds built to enable your organization's digital feedback loop by design. Our holistic approach offerings on this aims to empower your employees with connected collaboration, for you to engage your customers with connected experience, and be able to transform your products with connected innovation, and optimizing operations with connected insights. And all of these outcomes comprising your digital feedback loop are ring-fenced by a foundation of integrated, comprehensive identity securing management and compliance offerings spanning every part of the cloud solution. So let's take a look at each of these benefits in more detail. Empowering employees with connected collaboration. First, it's critical to empower your employees, one of your company's most important competitive advantage. But we know that providing a great productivity tool is just a start. Microsoft provides foundational interconnected productivity and collaboration experiences to empower your employees to do their best work from anywhere. With Microsoft Learn and LinkedIn Learning, we also offer an expansive portfolio of training and learning across Microsoft Cloud technologies and other in-demand skills to help employees stay productive and build new skills in a changing world. Next is engage customers. Engaging customers with connected experience. It's no longer enough to engage customers in one context. You need a connected, unified view of your customer, no matter what the industry you're in. From marketing to sales to service, customers expect personalized, consistent experience across every touch point with your brand. Many organizations already have that rich customer data, but it's sitting across multiple disconnected silos. The Microsoft Cloud helps organizations break down those silos to get a complete view of their customers or your customers, and create a stronger connected engagements. Transform products. Transforming products with connected innovation. Technology underpins everything from how a business runs to the products and services it sells, meaning organizations in every industry must learn to excel at developing software. Driving business performance through software development comes down to increasing developer velocity. empowering developers, creating the right environment for them to innovate, and removing points of friction. Microsoft fuels connected innovation across the organizations with the most comprehensive developer toolkit and platform, enabling professional and citizen developers alike. Lastly, optimizing operations no longer happens one system at a time. With connected insights, data, and intelligence from one system can be used to optimize the outcome or process within another system. With connected, intelligent, and business systems, you can shape customer relationship, build service models, back-end operations, and internal processes, making continuous real-time improvements. The Microsoft Cloud helps organizations enable continuous flow of data, insights, and action across the business. Enabling your digital feedback loop with the foundation of integrated identity security and compliance. Microsoft is uniquely suited to provide industry-leading protection against all major security threat vectors, including identity, email, and malicious open API. Our integrated comprehensive security offerings help organizations establish secure and compliant digital feedback loops due to our experience, innovation, and scale. So to recap, the capabilities you leverage are just part of your digital transformation journey. You'll also need to clarify your vision and strategy, define your culture, and identify your unique potential all together. These elements position your organization for the resilience that helps you respond quickly to changing conditions. Some are embracing a digital transformation journey and feel excited about it. And we see organizations are reaping real, tangible rewards. The positive disruptions are truly amazing. But we also acknowledge that for some, the whole topic of digital transformation is causing tension. There are legitimate concerns about getting digital transformation right and in truth. Future success does depend on making this transition. For us, our purpose is clear. In every industry and in every country, we are committed to empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anne. That was Anne Garcia of Microsoft. Thank you for that message. And I really liked how she broke down, into more tangible, more bite-sized concepts, what it is to have a purpose in the workplace. And so those main segments: vision, culture, unique potential, and capabilities. Really good to kind of take some time to just chew on that and better absorb that. So again, thank you, Anne, for that. And I really emphasized, I think, the importance of having the right tools in the workplace, especially now that we're scattered a little bit in our offices and our homes and back and forth. So good to know that Microsoft is empowering us in that aspect. So again, I'd like to remind everyone, if you have any questions for our speakers today, please do not be shy to send those questions in our chat box, because we'll be getting to our question and answer portion happening a little bit later. All right. Now, next up, we're gonna keep the ball rolling here, shall we? Because there's so much to learn, a lot of ground to cover today. So let's move on to our Ka-Eastern speaker of the day. What is E-Huddle without our Ka-Eastern speaker? And today, our speaker from Eastern Communications, of course, is an enterprise segment marketing manager here at Eastern. Having extensive experience in developing and strategizing promotions for the MSME and consumer industries, he continues to share his experiences as a segment manager for the government and services industry. He graduated from the University of Perpetual Help with a bachelor's degree in marketing management. He is also a certified marketing professional and has accomplished professional certifications in digital marketing, digital advertising, and cybersecurity. Here to share his insights, let us hear from the Enterprise Segment Manager for Government and Services Industry, Mr. Gian Kenrick Barcarce.
Thank you, Carla, and thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon. Thank you also to Secretary Puyat and Anne for sharing your time and insights. So let's begin. As the impact of COVID-19 pandemic continues to transpire globally, Enterprises across all sectors have been developing and adapting ways to transform its services, aimed at delivering a safe, stable, and smart consumer experience. The first half of this year, we learned how to bounce back strong despite unavoidable setbacks. Majority of all businesses have migrated into cloud computing for their online presence. The work from home setup is inevitable, in which companies have invested on the collaboration tools for remote working employees. As part of the now normal, it is very evident that some of the businesses are now investing in automating the business operations, which led to innovations of business models to virtual workplace and marketplace. The business sectors will keep on striving to sustain the growth and be resilient for more challenges that may happen in the future. Before we move forward, I want to share the inspiring success story of Tesla Motors from Elon Musk with you. Tesla entered the media spotlight in 2013 along with its CEO Elon Musk when it unleashed its flagship car, the Model S. By September 2014, the car hit all-time sales record in the US with 2,500 sold. And in Q1 2015, sales reached a new high at 10,000 units being sold. It is now considered a staple within the electric car stratosphere. What accounts for Tesla's success? The company's current success can be attributed to its non-conventional supply chain management strategy. Tesla's engineer first designed a powertrain for a sport car named the Roadster. Launched in 2008, the 2,400 Roadster were sold on the road in more than 30 countries. So what learnings can we pick up from this? First, strategy to learn. Set up a clear roadmap towards your long-term sustainable goals, financing the journey with the short-term business cases you find possible. Next is innovation to learn. Innovate fiercely without compromising on any parameters. This requires focus on smaller product portfolio. And lastly, engagement and advocacy. The combination of a great product and a revolutionary act to save the world is a successful consumer concept that can be utilized. Now that the vaccines are being more available and social distancing restrictions are being relaxed in some regions, business leader needs to advise whether to bring employees back to the office, remain at home, or use this as an opportunity to adopt a new, possibly more beneficial workplace model, for example. And that's one part of the equation. Equally important are the right mindset and tools that will equip companies to successfully transition and adapt to business post-COVID. And of course, what will all that be without clear and decisive actions from the management, taking into considerations the input from the rest of the organizations? This brings me to my first point. The future is already here. In the now normal, it seems likely that hotels have the options to go in many different directions as they seek out models that are tuned to their business needs. There is something that we can all agree upon, and this is the vast and unforeseen impact of the pandemic has had on all our lives. The hospitality, travel, and tourism sectors have been hit hard, but we can't ignore the impact on society. Consumer behavior and eventually consumer spending have been and will continue to be altered, and business plan needs to adapt to these new circumstances. So what changes are here to stay? We are all aware that consumers have had to adapt to new routines and procedures in their lives at social, personal, and labor level. However, we must ask ourselves whether the changes that have occurred due to the pandemic will be temporary or permanent. It is said that it takes between 3 weeks and 8 months to transform a behavior into habit. In this case, whether this customs becomes habit will depend on external variables. Factors such as a social conduct, culture, geography, investment in science will shape consumer behavior. This is why companies in the hotel sector need to be vigilant and ready to adapt when less expected. The diagram above from Forward HTL identified the extent to which these new behaviors and strategies will persist over time, taking into consideration past trends and future needs. The top sections identify those consumer behaviors that have been either introduced, altered, or reinforced as the consequence of the pandemic. Whether these are maintained during the time will depend mostly on the impact they have on our daily routines and future expectations. Those activities that have positive impact on our lives, such as purchasing value-based products or shopping online, will last longer. On the other hand, domestic tourism will be replaced by international travel as soon as restrictions are lifted and quarantines are not mandatory. Also, even though some businesses will allow staff to permanently work from home, it seems that a combined solutions of teleworking and office-based work will be the most sustainable. Taking that into consideration, the brightest minds of industry will need to figure out how they can repurpose accommodation facilities and allow them more flexibility and adaptability. For example, these visionaries will see how bedrooms can be transformed into classrooms, with hotel repurposed as a high-end boarding schools and or field trip destinations and retreat houses. Family staycation are facelifted to long-stay family work from hotel vacations, with online learning and Zoom meetings enabled in luxury suites. After all, hotel staycations are no more. They are only vacation rentals. The digital nomads, restless at home, may choose to stay in resorts or islands destinations for months, enjoying the open space away from crowds and at night while doing Zoom marathons during the day. Bleisures just become the new normal. Online travel agency and meta search platforms will step aside as hotel digital marketing expert power up marketplace booking engines, channels, and payment gateways. The hotel business, as we know it, may take a backseat in the meantime. The bright mind of the hotel and tourism industry will lead the rebirth of the hotel industry with a vengeance it will deserves. Next is weigh your options. Weighing your options means carefully thinking of all the possibilities or choices you'll make for your business to succeed post-pandemic. This involves, as mentioned earlier, finding the right workplace model, the right technologies, and the right mindset. From a technological perspective, business leader and management weighing potential options should look to their company's purpose and strategy, as well as their employees' preferences and work styles, and most importantly, what their customers need. In short, innovate with purpose and not just for the sake of innovating. Which brings me to my first point. Start with customer needs and work back the technology. The innovations that have the most impact solve real customer needs while also improving, optimizing, and streamlining internal operations. Then to innovate successfully and stay ahead of the curve. And, and the second point is that you need to foster a culture of innovation across your business and become highly responsive to changing customer needs. Finally, keep looking ahead. It's important to not get stuck in response mode for too long after the event. At its heart, innovation is all about driving change yourself, not responding to it. If you stay focused on keeping up with what's going on today, you'll miss valuable opportunities to shape the future yourself. In other words, you'll always be the disrupted, never the disruptor. Finding opportunities post-pandemic is a combination of timely, customer-centric ideas for change, practices that helps you develop and test that change quickly, and technology required to bring your new solutions and services for life. So how can digital technologies transform the hospitality industry? Digitalization in the hospitality industry is especially critical, with customers increasingly relying on digital avenues not only to research, review, and book hotel stays, but to also communicate their needs to hotel staff, enhance their enhance their stay, and access in-demand amenities. Digital transformation in the hospitality industry is no longer a trend. It's now a critical component of creating, sustaining, and growing a feasible, resilient, and recognized brand. So, where should hotel transformation efforts be more focused when seeking viable digital technology in the hospitality industry? First, Internet of Things, connected smart tech. IoT is a term used to describe the ability to bring smart technologies together and integrate them into a network for seamless high-tech experience of everyday's life. It ranges from basic smart tech like the ability to stream subscription online content on internet connected or smart television in your hotel room to being able to control heating and cooling in the room through an app on your smartphone and beyond. In smart hotel rooms, guests can control all amenities via mobile app or home assistants like Alexa or Google Home Assistant, including music, lighting, window shades, room services, and more. It's a voice-activated universal remote that allows guests completely control and customizability over their stay. Second, artificial intelligence and improving guest experiences. AI and machine learnings are invaluable in any industry where data can be used to better tailor services and improve customer experience by responding to customer preferences and behavior. This is especially effective in terms of digital transformation in the hospitality industry, helping businesses utilize existing customers' data for effectively in order to improve the customer experience, build loyalty through familiarity with their individual wants, needs, and preferences, and improve return rates from guests who value having a more personalized hotel stays. Lastly, mobile is here to stay. Mobile is the oldest and most established form of digital technology in the hospitality industry, and it's here to stay, thanks to the way it forms a functional and effectively streamlined backbone to modern hotel experience. With a simple but well-designed app, a hotel can offer guests exceptional functionality ranging from booking options, restaurant bookings, and remote check-in and check-outs, to chat functions with staff, access to guest services like room service and laundry services, hotel and local maps, and rooms access functionality. Given all of this, it may seem like an unsettling time or daunting even to be make to be making changes to the workplace and other aspects of business. Yet business sectors can't afford to hesitate because these decisions help define their path out of the pandemic and find opportunities and success after the pandemic. There may be setbacks and adjustment required. Organizations should identify the most important processes for each major business, geography, and function, and re-envision them completely with the involvement by employees. It is also important that employees are provided with any and all trainings necessary to enable them to make the desired change and follow this up with employees' feedback. These help the organizations identify gaps in their training and available resources so they can make adjustment that improves employees' ability to adapt the change. I'd like to share the Eastern story, our story. At Eastern, it all starts with knowing exactly what our customer needs. Our conversations with them starts with how can we help you? That's what we did pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, and definitely will continue to do post-pandemic. We listen to them and make sure that the services we provide are aligned with helping them maintain or grow their business. We make sure that we adhere to international best practices and standards and have acquired accreditations and certifications to establish our competency to not only provide best-in-class solutions, but also be able to support and maintain this with stability and uniformity. Fortunately, we recognized that we had to adjust to better serve the evolving needs of our customers and the industry we serve a couple of years ago. We transitioned from being a telco provider to an ICT solutions provider. Aside from connectivity and voice solutions, We have full suite of collaboration, cloud, and cybersecurity solutions. The pandemic forced us to accelerate our digital transformation journey, and we had to quickly pivot and shift our focus even more to non-core or non-traditional products and services. And by doing so, it opened a lot of opportunities for us, and we are enabling our customers to discover business opportunities as well. And as part of our commitment to serve the needs of our customers and potential customers across the country, we pushed forward with our expansion plans, which are currently in full swing. And I would like to end my presentation with a quote from Charles Kettering. There exist limitless opportunities in every industry. Where there is an open mind, there will always be a frontier. Someone with an open mind is receptive to the experience of others. Knowledge will most often come in the aggregate. That is why crowdsourcing is now becoming an accepted practice for gathering ideas in other forms of information. This kind of affirmation swings the This kind of affirmations swing the doors of inquiries wide open. The more you admit you do not know, the more information you can take in. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Carla.
Your own ka-Eastern there, Gian Barcarsa. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and really sharing with us how, of course, the hospitality and tourism industries have been shaken up so much by the situation we're in. But as he said, and as Secretary Puyat said earlier, the Filipinos, something we drew from that is that Filipinos are excellent hoteliers, but also, it's also very comforting to know that, we have excellent allies as well in Eastern Communications and in Microsoft. So we'll be hearing from Gian and from Anne in just a while in our Q&A segment. But first, we're going to take a quick break. Of course, if you've joined us here before on E-Huddle before, you know what's coming right up. It is time for our electronic raffle. We've got some little treats lined up for you guys. This is a little extra thank you for being here today. Very cute little portion we have here just to say thank you and to give you a bit more enjoyment today, right? So we're gonna take a break from the learning, and we're gonna hop to this right now. So how does it work? Very, very simple. If you are the winner of our electronic raffle, your name is going to show up on our screen, and all you have to do, if you see your name, is take a screenshot. We're going to show some further instructions here on the screen now. So once you've taken that screenshot, what do? I'm the winner. So take that file and send it to us at marketing@etpi.com.ph with the subject line Eastern Huddle for August 2021 raffle. Don't forget all of that important information you see in that box down below. There you go, your full name, company name, address, and number. Because of course, we want to get those prizes to you as soon as possible. So don't forget to send all of that in. All right. Now, you may be wondering, what is even at stake? Well, very, very special prizes lined up for you guys. I'm a little jelly because I'm not allowed to join your raffle, but let's take a look right now at what you could win, shall we? Our minor prizes of the day are a Xiaomi Smart Band, as well as the Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K. And those are just the minor prizes, because the big prize of the day happening, we're going to give that away a little bit later, is the JBL hybrid wired over-ear headset with a flip-up mic. Fancy schmancy prizes up there, and I'm really excited for you guys. So let's start with the minor prizes of the day, shall we? So let's hop to it, starting with the Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K. We're gonna have a little drum roll go in, and let's see who is our winner of the day. So congratulations to, who is it gonna be? Congratulations to Roland Samaniego. Congratulations, Roland. Don't forget to take that screenshot. You got to do that right now. We're going to give you a couple more seconds to do that. Congratulations to you, Roland. Okay, first winner of the day. Congratulations, Roland. One more, and it is the Xiaomi Smart Band. Who is it going to be? All right, guys, let's do it. Let's roll that drum roll and find out who our second winner of the day is. Congratulations to... who do we got? Mark Anthony Delasio. Congratulations, Mark Anthony. Take that screenshot right now. You gotta do that. You're gonna need that. Okay, I'll give you a couple more seconds to take that screenshot. All right, so congratulations to our winners so far. Do not forget, you have to send those screenshots over at the end of the program. So keep that screenshot handy and send it to us later, okay? If your name didn't show up on the screen, do not lose heart just yet. Maybe you're destined for our major prize of the day, which will be given away a little bit later. But first, it is time to open up our floor for the question and answer portion. Sadly, Secretary Puyat, very, very busy person and will not be able to join our Q&A. But no worries, we still have Miss Barbara Ann Garcia and Mr. Gian Barcarce who will be joining me again here on screen. Let's do that right now and welcome them back here. Gian and Anne joining me here on screen. Now, hello everyone. Hello Gian, hello Anne. Can we hear each other just fine, see each other just fine?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
Anne.
everyone.
Excellent. You guys didn't make the rookie mistake that I made at the start of the program. Excellent there. You didn't forget to unmute, so good job. All right, guys. So it's very, very simple. I've just got a couple of questions for each of you. And before that, we have a couple of general questions, which each of you will be answering for us. So I'm just going to follow the same order that we've got here on the screen. I'm going to start with you, Gian. And let's hop to it. Let's get to it right now. Okay, our first general question is, we'll start with you, Gian. In the post-pandemic business environment, what is the best piece of advice you can share with our attendees today?
Well, our situation right now is pretty volatile or fluid still, and that presents an opportunity for us to take a step back and recalibrate or rethink our strategies and adjust to better react to what's going on in our respective businesses. Be flexible and agile. Think about your strategies and see which ones are working and are aligned with your business objectives for the next 3, 6, or 12 months. Keep in mind the specific business outcomes or deliverables you want to achieve. Another would be to harness digital or digitize your processes, empower your workforce, and take your current traditional process and augment that with digital when and where applicable. For example, if you are still routing papers to documents for approval, consider using the Microsoft M365, which has the capability to automate workflows. Doing this will help boost productivity by streamlining tasks and processes that would normally take longer time to do.
Thanks for that, Gian. I think you're right. If there are still companies around that are, still stuck in, who haven't made that leap yet into digital transformation, there really is no better time than now. All right, Anne, same question for you. What's the best piece of advice you can share with our attendees today?
As leaders would probably say, let's not waste a good crisis, because a lot of good things will come out of this, and this is an opportunity for us, or for all of us, to transform the way we do business and the way we think of the future. It's actually shaping our society. The pandemic actually has really taught us to be resilient, agile, and adapt to technology as advancement, as everything is being done remotely. And don't be disheartened, and let's keep moving. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Anne. It's really been it's been a frequent theme here on E-Huddle. Everybody has a similar set of advice to give. In terms of, it's very important to be agile. It's very much resounding with what you had to share with us just now, that we have to keep moving, stay on our toes, and we can't get comfortable or we can't get stuck in our current set of behaviors, right? Sorry, you're seeing my notepad there. Definitely. Okay, so yes, I think that aligns so well with things we've been talking about here on E-Huddle. Now, I've got another question for the both of you, another general question, and it is: in the post-pandemic setting, could technological advancement trigger the tourism and hospitality new norms? New being in quotation marks. Can technological advancement trigger the tourism and hospitality industry? Gian, let's bring this one back to you.
Yeah, yes, definitely. we are seeing cloud computing play a significant role in digital transformation of businesses in the country, and hospitality is no exception. As Secretary Puyat stated in her presentation earlier, the Department of Tourism has developed the Tourism Response and Recovery Plan, or the TRRP, which aims to aid the recovery of domestic tourism in a safe and secure manner. Cloud computing will be an enabler for them to offer services that will differentiate them from their competitors.
Thanks for that, Gian. And I think as you say, that the cloud computing aspect is going to make a big difference. We can't just it would be very difficult, I think, for tourists and for visitors and guests to, do it the old way, wherein they would maybe manually make their bookings or manually get in touch. And so these systems will definitely come into play. And same question for you. What could technological advancement trigger the hospitality industry?
Yeah, technology has established a mainstream in the society, and our ability to understand and embrace this phenomenon represents the opportunity to shape society on a global scale. So yes, definitely with the technology as a fuel and the digital transformation or cloud adoption as your vehicle, tourism industry will thrive as they have evolved the way they operate and serve their customers.
Absolutely. So everybody in agreement on that front. And it's almost, well, it's not even almost, it is absolutely inevitable at this point, especially for this industry. And so, Gian and Anne, it's time to move on to some solo questions for each of you, if you don't mind. So I'm going to start again with you, Anne. This one is for you. So this question here says, hospitality and travel organizations are embracing digital transformation to thrive in today's competitive environment, as we were just talking about. So how is Microsoft going to, or how is Microsoft currently a part of it?
Okay, let's start with talking about how the world is changing. We all aspire to create disruption that will deliver new realities for customers and build distinct advantages for our organizations. Technology is really playing an increasing role in everything we and our customers do. So shaping growth, disrupting industry landscapes, and providing the catalyst for uh, transformation. So Microsoft can help you accelerate your digital transformation journey. So to cite some example would be around automation and analytics. So for example, Azure Synapse and data warehouse or data lake to be specific. So in an organization, there are multiple data resources. For example, you have marketing data, you have HR data, you also have financial data, right? You have multiple. So for example, for marketing, the data of the products that they are pushing and the behavior of it, etc. So for HR, the employee data, etc. Right? So typically, these these data are being used by the business analyst to forecast reporting. Okay. Now, IT team is the one gathering all those data so that it's gonna be like readily available for these business objectives like forecasting. Okay, and then we also have this data scientist, which gathers this data again to forecast the behavior for the future. Okay, so the IT is doing algorithms to to put specific needs. So, for example, I'm from finance. I want to know the trajectory that we are having in the past 6 months. So again, I will. So IT is doing that algorithm so that data are readily available for these people. So that being said, we are actually removing the silos of these the silos within that organization because for example this for the data lake and data warehouse, it's a centralized repository of all the data, and then you have Azure Synapse to really analyze it for you, so and in one dashboard. So it's not like your data is being stored here and the other ones are here. So there's no collaboration,
Different
right?
versions.
So now the data is really in one centralized repository wherein if I am the decision maker, I would easily just open my dashboard and I will see everything that's been happening in my organization in like minutes. So that's how, and I think this is the most important thing for business leaders right now because of the pandemic. They need to decide more quickly than before. So if they have those data readily available in front of them, they can decide immediately. So that's Azure Synapse, Data Lake, and Data Warehouse. Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
Anne. Very
just one
thorough.
of the products. Yeah.
And that's just one, yes.
Thank
But I think if I may briefly add to that, I think an advantage also of Microsoft is it's not this strange new thing to us. Microsoft software has always been in the work ecosystem, and now it's just a matter of kind of giving it an upgrade and making it even easier for us to collaborate, even easier for us to work remotely. And so it's not such a difficult transition because we already have been around Microsoft software for so long. But great points there, Anne, and I think a lot that we can draw from that. And so yes, let's keep the ball rolling. I'm gonna throw one your way, Gian. So this question here says, in your example in weighing the options, how do you think hotels and travel organizations should move forward with the technologies that they need and that they have? How should they move forward?
Thank you, Carla. As I mentioned, the first thing to do is check what their customer needs and see what can still address to those needs and what needs to be replaced or updated. They can start by mapping their customer journey and see where the potential gaps or choke points are in the delivery of their services. That would involve looking at the relationship between different services components that are directly tied up to touch points in the hotel customer journey. It will give them a comprehensive understanding of their service and the unseen and seen resources and processes that make it possible. This will identify the improvement they can do in terms of processes and technologies that will improve their customer experience. From a technological perspective, they can consider collaboration solutions to ensure all employees and all departments are connected and can work efficiently together anywhere they are on the property. They can explore the benefits of cloud computing to enhance their digital capabilities. This will open opportunities to provide better services to their customers. And finally, they have to make sure that they are protected in terms of cybersecurity. This will ensure that their data and their customer data are protected.
Thanks, Gian. And I think something I've been picking up on with the things that our Ka-Eastern share from you and from our previous Ka-Eastern speakers is that when it comes to how Eastern Communications serves different industries, it's not one size fits all. So it's good to see that you take the time to evaluate, take the time to revisit, and make sure that all of these measures in place are still needed, or maybe something is already lacking. And it's not one size fits all for every industry out there, right? So I am definitely a fan of how meticulous Eastern is about that. All right, so thanks for that, Gian. And let me toss another one your way here. This question here is: what are some innovations or recent innovations in the industry that have impacted hospitality?
maybe in a Microsoft perspective,
Sure.
organizations are primarily aiming for four pillars in terms of business perspective, right? So number one would be they want efficiency across different groups. So innovation typically starts with productivity. Example, Microsoft Teams to ensure employees are efficient and can work anywhere. So that's number one, right? Number two, so I'm just sharing what we have in Microsoft and what we are really experiencing right now. So number two would be, at the same time, they are also looking at lowering their operational costs because of the pandemic, right? We have other business priorities that I understand. While they want to lower it down while having a higher ROI in parallel, actually a cloud adoption is also being done as they can lower the cost of their capital expenditure, or what we call, or I hear it, capex, and instead convert it to opex and pay as you go model. So you just pay for what you use. So there's no equipment that is idle and it's not being used. So you just pay for what you use. So it's really a good investment, or if we are to look at the business objective number two, to lower down the cost. Number three would be they want to deploy their products faster, or to the market faster, right? Or in the case of hospitality, they want to immediately market what's new and unique in their hotels. So for example, we have Azure App Services. So we're in this platform, actually, you can create your own application, test and deploy it in a matter of minutes. So you don't really need a developer. It's just there. It's easy to use, so you can build your own app and then market it to the so that you can put all your let's say products and services in it and then deliver it to the market. Lastly would be getting the opportunity to innovate more. So this is typically our Azure IoT and machine learning. So where it would actually analyze your data for you. So you don't need to gather it all and then analyze it and put, let's say, formulas and all. You don't need to do that. The machine learning that we have, it analyzes your data. So imagine that is in the IT for the IT standpoint or perspective, right? So Azure Cognitive Search, wherein this is the chatbot that we also have. So wherein you can deploy chatbots in your platforms immediately to answer customers quickly. So for example, in the hospitality industry, for the hotels, there are typically the people now are doing staycations, right? So if they have questions, they can immediately be answered by those chatbots because the questions and the answers are preloaded in that platform as well. So those are just a few of the things that that the hospitality industry can use to innovate.
Thanks, Anne. And I think to sort of sum up everything that you shared, I think my impression personally of what you had to say about this question is that Microsoft is doing a lot to put digital transformation within reach, because it can be
Yeah.
so daunting, and maybe many don't even get started on their digital transformation because they don't know where to
Mm.
begin, or they feel overwhelmed by everything that has to be done. It's too techy, it's too complicated. And so, all of these options that you just shared with us puts it in reach,
Mm.
makes it simple. And so it's good to see that there are steps like that being taken. Thanks, Anne. All right, Gian, I've got another question for you. This is our second and last for you. And it is, Eastern seems to seize the limitless opportunities the past few years. Could you give us a glimpse on how ETPI can support the hospitality and tourism industry as we move forward? How can ETPI be there for them?
Well, Eastern Communication is continuously developing variety of products and services that will help address the needs of businesses today and help them to achieve their business goal. In the first half of the year, we announced that we're ready to offer Secure Access Service Edge, or SASE, in the market. This comes from the need for security, reduced cost, hyperscalability, and simplified management of business in today's world. We're also excited about our full-blown security as a service, which we partnered with Fortinet. For that's another first in the Philippines. Eastern, being the only Fortinet MSSP in the country, will be able to manage and support your cybersecurity for you. This means you get to focus on what's other aspect of your business in terms of investment. You wouldn't have to invest in your own security system or products anymore. So that means reduced cost for you. And as I mentioned earlier, we're also pushing forward with our expansion plans that will allow us to serve your connectivity requirements. And we'll definitely share with everyone as soon as we launch our new products and services.
Very exciting there. Thanks, Jan. And yeah, I think, as you said, it is very important, of course, not just to be efficient, but also to be secure. Because as I'm sure you know, we've been talking about it here in E-Huddle a lot. It's that because so many of us had to forklift our offices out and into our homes, it's important that we're not only efficient, we're not only making the most of our work time, even though we're not together, but also that our data is secure, our files and everything that's being transmitted is secure, that our customers' information is secure as well. And so it's good to see, it's exciting to see that Eastern is going to be offering more options in that sense. So Gian and Anne, that is just about that's all the questions I've got for you, and that's all the time we have for our Q&A. But let's wrap things up here with a brief closing message from each of you. Anne, if you don't mind, let's start with you.
Okay, so Microsoft's mission is to empower every organization on the planet to achieve more. And we will continue to work hard so we can help you innovate. So we may all be ready, not just now, but in the future. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anne. Much appreciated. Gian?
Um, businesses in the hospitality and tourism industries are poised for growth post-pandemic. I hope that the insights we share give you an idea of the options you can explore in order to find opportunities that will take your businesses forward to help you not only adopt but thrive. And please remember that we at Eastern are here to help. I encourage you to reach out our account managers to discuss how we can work together. And so, mga ka-Eastern, to help you get started, we have arranged to provide you with 30 days free trials of Eastern Cloud, which you can claim anytime for the next 6 months. And we hope that this will allow you to experience the benefits of cloud to your business. So thank you for sharing your afternoon with us. Have a great rest of the day and stay safe and strive strong.
Super, thanks, Gian. And how exciting that Eastern is giving our ka-Easterns that special treat. So very nice and extra announcement there. Gian and Anna, thank you so much for your time. And you know what? I'm sure everybody tuned in is feeling very much reassured and enriched in terms of how Eastern and Microsoft can be a part of their ecosystem and their ally in this industry. So thank you so much to the both of you. Stay safe. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of our Q&A. And of course, thank you to our speakers for answering more of our questions there. Now, if your questions weren't addressed in this program, don't worry. Our ka-Easterns will be in touch to help you out with any other questions you have. Plus, if you have more feedback for us, we would really, really love to hear from you. So we're going to be flashing a QR code here on the screen. We hope that you can take a moment later to scan that. You can do it now if you like, but this is our post-event feedback form, and we would really love to hear your thoughts. What do you want to see more of here on E-Huddle? What can we improve on, or what can we expand? And so do take a moment to scan that and let us know what you think, okay? So again, thank you so much to our speakers and to you guys for staying tuned in with us. Now, we are getting closer to the end of our webinar, but don't think we've forgotten about that special prize that is still hanging in the balance. Of course, it is the major prize of our electronic raffle. So it is time to give that special prize away. So in case you missed our giveaway earlier of the minor prizes, let me show you how it works one more time. If you are the winner of our electronic raffle, very, very simple. All you have to do is take a screenshot of your name being flashed on the screen, send it to us at marketing@etpi.com.ph. All of that important info has to be a part of it. Don't forget to send us your full name, company name, address, and contact number to make sure we get the prize to you. Of course, we wanna get these prizes in your hands so you can start enjoying them as soon as possible. And of course, these lovely, lovely gifts are courtesy of your friends at Eastern Communications. So let's hop to it. There's only one prize left, but let's take a look at what's been given away and what is at stake. We have given away the Xiaomi Smart Band already. We've given away the Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K. Congratulations to our winners of those. And now it is time to give away that major prize, the JBL Hybrid over-ear headphones. Okay, so let's hop to it. We're gonna roll that drum roll, and we're gonna flash the name of our winner in just a moment. So, who's it gonna be? Congratulations to, let's find out right now. Congratulations to Ali Reyes. Hey, I know that name. Congratulations to you, Ali. You are the winner of our major prize of the day. Ali Reyes, congratulations. And congratulations to all of our winners. Take that screenshot, Ali. You gotta do that right now. Give you a couple more seconds for that. Okay. So congratulations to all of our winners of the day, and I hope you enjoy those lovely prizes from Eastern. Now, don't forget to keep your communication lines open because Ka Eastern will be reaching out to coordinate the claiming of your prize. But don't forget to send those screenshots. Very important. All right, so that was our electronic raffle, and before we move on, I know time is going so quick and we're almost at the end of our program, but we can't stress this enough, folks. So we're going to be flashing that QR code one more time because it's just so important to us. We want to know your thoughts. We want to know how you enjoyed today's program and maybe even what you'd like to see more of. So do scan that QR code right there. We all know the drill by now and how these QR codes work. So please do scan those and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys, like I said, time flies really fast and it's almost time to say goodbye. And so to close this session, may I call on Eastern Communications Industry Head for Government and Services Industry, Mr. Carlo Alzul.
Thank you, Carla, for the introduction. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that the insights shared today will become your tools in growing your business and help you see many more opportunities ahead. You may join us next week, August 11, for the last run of this series. As we close, please feel free to reach out to your account managers. Talking about your business goals with them is definitely be worth of your time. Once again, thank you, stay motivated, keep safe, and God bless.
Mr. Carlo Alzul, wrapping things up nicely for us for the day. So thank you so much, sir. Now, everybody, that is all for today. This has been yet another leg of the Limitless Opportunities Series, and we're so glad you took the time to be with us today. So thank you to all of you who are tuned in today. And like I said, that's the end of today's program, but don't you worry. We will be having another session next week. That's August 11th at 2 p.m. And you are, of course, most welcome to join us for the final episode of the Limitless Opportunities Series. So make sure you stay tuned in to Eastern Communications on their social media channels. And that's all, folks. So we hope you had a great time. We know that we definitely did. This is Carla Barreto signing off, and we'll see you next time. Keep safe, everyone.